Are you tired? Exhausted by the little compromises in your life that feel bigger than they should? You know the feeling. That emotional exhaustion of talking and yet never actually being heard. We are here today because we need to talk about connection. Truly deep, transformative, soul-level connection. We're going beyond just keeping the peace. We are talking about building something unbreakable, a relationship rooted in understanding that cannot be shaken by life's inevitable storms. Look at your relationships right now. Whether it's marriage, family, or friendships, where is the actual friction point? I guarantee you, the answer isn't big fights. It's not infidelity. It's much quieter, and far more dangerous. It's the failure to connect. It's the silence in the space between two people who share a bed but live separate lives. We have all fallen into the communication trap. We assume that talking means communicating. But what we often do is not communicate at all. We just wait for our turn to speak. We rehearse our responses instead of absorbing what's right in front of us. We are masters of talking, but terrible listeners. And hear this, communication is not merely an exchange of words. It is the conduit through which trust flows. And without radical trust, the kind that accepts your flaws and holds you accountable, any relationship built on mere dialogue is nothing more than a house of cards. So where does true, enduring trust come from? If it doesn't come from us, we need to look somewhere else. We have to look to the master architect. We have to look to Jesus Christ. Because every time you feel that desperate ache in your life, that sense of emotional isolation, that breakdown in intimacy, the fix is always spiritual. The depth of communication required for a soul-level bond cannot be achieved through self-help books or relationship counseling alone. It demands the steady, unflinching example of Christ himself. Jesus didn't just talk about love, he lived it. He modeled vulnerability. He demonstrated the terrifying power of truly hearing someone who was broken, cornered, and desperate for help. And that is our pattern. That is our blueprint. Your relationship, your marriage, your friendship, your community, needs to adopt Christ's model of communication. It must be empathetic, patient, and totally non-judgmental. What does being a spiritual communicator look like? It means abandoning the need to win every argument. It means silencing the internal narrative that screams, but you never. It means replacing comparison with curiosity. Instead of thinking, why are you always doing this? Try asking, tell me what's really going on in your heart. Communication is an act of surrender. It is letting go of your defensive armor and saying, genuinely, I don't know enough about you yet. And when you do that, the barrier drops. When the barrier drops, trust moves in. And when trust finally takes root, true intimacy blossoms. Don't settle for talking at each other. Don't accept surface-level connection just because it feels easier than vulnerability. You are called to become people who hear past the noise. Who see the pain underneath the anger. Who understand the deepest unmet needs of the person they love. This is not a suggestion, this is a spiritual mandate. We are meant, fundamentally, to become one flesh. Not just biologically or legally, but spiritually and emotionally bonded by a communion that only Christ can teach us how to achieve. Stop trying to fix things with more words. Start fixing them with better listening. Start loving the vulnerability of genuine connection. Surrender your attempts at control and embrace the revolutionary act of humble listening. Let Jesus be the example for how you speak, how you hear, and ultimately, how deeply you connect. Because in that Christ-centered communication, there is real life. There is transformation. And there is true intimacy.